This video is brought to you by Megalopolis City of Collectibles.
It's morphin' time!
Don't forget to head over to megalopolis.toys for all of your more phenomenal Power Rangers action figure needs, including things like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection from Hasbro. Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Red Ranger. Now, take a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Lightning Collection window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see a really great image of the character. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright, so let's check out Dino Thunder Red Ranger here. Now, I love this, man. Dino Thunder is always one of those special seasons, in my opinion. I think it's so cool. Any Dino themed season, I'm all about. And Dino Thunder was so freaking awesome, man. I love the Zords. I love the suits. Everything about this is really cool. So this figure came out great, in my opinion. The paint looks gorgeous. I love the cleanliness of the gold logo in the center, on the belt, around the wrist, and around the boots. All looks really nice. But I always love like the white diamonds that they have on the side of the shoulders and things like that, and the side of the suits. I was thinking really cool. What I always said about white paint can sometimes be pretty tricky to get because a lot of the times it's either blobbed on too much or not on thick enough, so the color underneath shows. But here it actually looks pretty clean, so I love that. That's one thing I do like about Power Rangers. For the most part, paint tends to be pretty clean on these, which I do appreciate. One thing I will say though, like right here on the helmet, I think the helmet looks great. I love the sculpt of that, looking really good. I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, I should have looked up references, but isn't that silver around the visor supposed to be white? Is that white or supposed to be silver? Please let me know in the comments, because I really don't remember. So that might be a little accurate, and that's one of those things that I wish Hasbro would just get a little more accurate, man, because I'm honestly kind of picky about these, you know. So little stuff like that kind of bothers me, and I'm sure it bothers a lot of you guys too, when small things like that aren't accurate. So that's just a very minor complaint. Other than that, the figure itself looks really cool. The morpher on the arm right here looks good too. I love the sculpt of that. Of course, I wish that was painted more. Even just maybe a silver would be really nice, but still, I get it. But you know, that's one of those things that I wish they would do, just to add a little extra oomph to these figures. You know, since I see a lot of other figures in the line, especially like G.I. Joe right now, they're getting some really amazing paint apps. And since Hasbro owns Power Rangers now, they can save money without having to purchase a license, so they can do a lot more with these. So I appreciate it, and I know that goes with other things like the head sculpts and all the effect pieces that we get and stuff like that. But still, even just a single color on the morpher would add a lot, in my opinion. But still, I think he looks awesome. So let's talk accessories now. We do get interchangeable hands. We have this more like open palm hand right here for the left side. We got a gripping hand on the right side. We got another center gripping hand right here for the left side. And then we even got more of like a open palm / loose gripping hand for the right side like that. So I love those standard switch pins that you see for all these figures. We of course get his blaster, which is really nice. So I love the way this looks. The paint came out really clean on them. You get a good nice zoom in right there, so that looks really cool too. I've always loved these blasters, man. I think they're really cool. You see the little like dinosaur teeth engraved on the inside like that, looking really nice. The red, blue, silver, gold, black. See, I mean, there's a lot of paint on just this. A little bit of paint smudging at the bottom right there. That's actually from the holster, I've noticed. And if you look on the inside of the holster, you'll see some blue paint. That's from stripping off on this right here. So I wish that could be a little bit better, but not bad. The holster's in there pretty good, so that works out okay. So pretty cool. We also do get it in its sword form like that, which I think is really cool too. See, even a little bit of gold right there on the edge of the blade like that. I think that looks awesome, man. See, stuff like that is what I appreciate. So again, I wish they would add that to the Morpher, just a little bit of paint to make it stand out, you know what I mean? So that's really cool too. We also do get his staff, which is super dope, with that like dinosaur head coming out the top like that. It looks really, really cool, man. Loving this a lot. Very long. The gold on there all looks really good. So very cool weapon. I always thought it was really cool that his main weapon was like this big staff. Where most Red Rangers have a sword, he has this big staff, which I think is really, really cool. We also do get a flame effect piece right here, which is one of my favorite things that Hasbro does. I love the fact that we're getting so many effect pieces with all of these figures. I think that's so dope. And now you could actually weave the sword through this like that, and you could have him hold it, and then boom, you got this nice flaming slash effect. I think that's so cool, man. And even these effect pieces can be used for like other figures. You know, if you're an action figure photographer, the Lightning Collection is gold because you get all this kind of stuff like that. So I love that so much. So that's really cool. And then last but not least, we actually do get an unhelmeted head, which, again, Hasbro, with these types of heads, they can be hit or miss. I think this is definitely one of the better ones, in my opinion. The hair looks great. I love the fact that I believe he didn't even want to be a Power Ranger. He didn't want to be a part of the team or nothing, right, when this first came around. But that looks pretty cool. The paint all looks really nice. So I think this is definitely one of the better heads for this line. So I love that, man. You get a lot of great stuff with this particular figure. So let's run down articulation real quick. The head is on a ball joint, rolls around a bit. Mostly going to get left and right, up and down, where there is a disc hinge in there, so get down about that much right there, and then up about that far right there, so that works pretty good, a little tricky. Arms can go full 360 like so, like that. We got up and out that far. We do get a very nice butterfly joint in there, a rotation of the bicep. We got double jointed elbows that work very nicely, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a ball peg and an ab crunch in here, so that rolls all the way around, does turn left and right, crunches back that far, forward all the way that much, and then pivot side to side. Hip joints that kick forward that far, back not so much, splits out about that much, rotation of upper thigh, double jointed knees, almost kicks himself in his bum, but you can force it if you really want to. Rotation at the boot, ankles go up, down, and a very nice ankle rocker. So overall, I think this guy's awesome. Again, I've always loved the Dino Thunder season. I think it is definitely one of the better ones in my personal opinion, and I think they did a great job with this. This is definitely one of the better figures from this line. I know we're getting Blue Ranger next from this particular season, so I cannot wait for that, but this guy's a lot of fun, and in my opinion, a definite must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and McFarlane Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a few other Red Ranger figures from the Lightning Collection. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Red Ranger. Now, overall, I think this is a really excellent figure from the Lightning Collection. Hasbro has done an incredible job. Sometimes figure in this line can be a hit or miss, and I think this is a home run by Hasbro. The paint is super clean with the white and the gold, all looks gorgeous. The articulation always works very well on these figures, and you get a ton of accessories. His blaster, his sword, his staff, the fiery effect piece, the extra hands, and the unhelmeted head that actually looks really good and pretty close to the actor are all super well done. I absolutely love Dino Thunder, and I think this figure would look great in any of your collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.